Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Newmarket Racecourse here on Thursday. It is the 26th of September 2024. Going to look at the stakes action on the program from Newmarket, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and join me throughout the weekend for some more Newmarket previews. Also here stateside, you have some great Final Breeders' Cup prep races here from Aqueduct in New York or Belmont the Big A with the Woodward and Joe Hurst Turf Classic. And over at Santa Anita, with it being opening weekend, you have the California Crown race, which is good. It's going to be a good prep race for the Breeders' Cup also, and all the other good races they have there. So just in general, join me out here on YouTube for some great stakes action previews. But we're going to look at the stakes action here from Newmarket races 4 and 5. 320 and the 355. Let's get to it right now. The 320, the fourth race from Newmarket. It's the Group 3 Tattersalls Stakes. It's a Group 3 event going for a purse $76,000. Races for 2-year-olds here. A field of 7 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the Rolling Mile. I'm going to take the 7-horse, the Waco Kid, as a top selection. We're going to go 756 in the trifecta. 756 TriCast Trifecta, top selection 7 horses, the Waco Kid, Tiro Colt by Mamos, Hugo Palmer trains, Ocean Murphy gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the Flying Scotsman Stakes at Doncaster, 7 furlongs on fast ground the 13th of September. He finished third by 1 1/4 lengths that day, and he was with them early on. He just kind of yielded late. He got down the race course okay, but he needs something more. The winner just had to jump on him. The play symbol of honors running back, this one also had the jump on him. But, maybe he just needed the experience there at Newmarket, at Doncaster. Coming here today, I think he could have his own way on the front end, and I think he could run a good race today. 2 back, he ran the Group 3 Oak Acomb Stakes at York, 7 furlongs, 21st of August, and he finished 4th by 7 1/4 lengths that day. He was on the front end, setting some good fractions that day. If you want to go by fractional times like we go here stateside, he just yielded late, maybe just a little bit too fast. That probably cost him, but he ran his heart out that day. If they could slow it down on the front end, he could go away. He could steal it on the front end, I think, here today. And then the Group 2 Richmond Stakes prior to that at Goodwood over the 6th in August. He finished 5th by 5 1/4 lengths that day. He lost basically all chance of beginning because he didn't get out the gate so clearly. He just really caused him. His one victory at Newbury over the 6th in July was quite impressive. Winning by 2 1/4 lengths from a tracking trip, he really took off clear. He's coming here today. I think you can see a good price of 5-1 here. He has some forwardly pace. He could win. The 5-horse Monumental is the horse to beat for Coolmore, Ryan Moore, and O'Brien. Tiro Colt by Kingman here. I thought he had a decent place behind Bay City Roller in the Champagne Stakes at Doncaster over the 7 a few weeks ago, where he finished 2nd by a half a length. He just missed late, but he got down the race course well. He is getting, again, the blinkers on, which was really concentrated the horse. He didn't have it on the first outing ever, where he just never really got into it. And then, came back to win at the Kerr after that with Headgear in August. Came back to win at Gowan earlier this month. Come back here today, again with Headgear, making his 3rd start this month. He's a workhorse here, but he's really been improving. A late developing horse towards the end of the season. At 9-5, he could definitely win. 2nd leg of the quad pot, we'll use him there. But to recount my selection for the 4th race, the 320 from Newmarket, it's the Group 3 Tattersalls Stakes. We're going to take a shot with the 7-horse Waco Kid. Give kudos to the 5-horse Monumental. 756 TriCast Trifecta. 7-5 in the multi-race. The 5th race, the 355, very good race here. It is the Jockey Club Rose Bowl Stakes. It's a listed stakes going for Class 1 horses, going for a purse $63,500. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 7 horses are staying 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the Rolling Mile. Gonna take the 1-horse Harbor Wind as a top selection. 142 in the TriCast Trifecta for me. 142 TriCast Trifecta. Top selection, the 1-horse Harbor Wind. 4-year-old Geldman Nathaniel here. Dermot Weltrade. Chris Hayes gets the mount in from Ireland for this Irish shipper. He ran most recently in the Group 3 Pre-Gladiaire at Longchamp about 2 weeks ago with the mile 7/8, where he finished 2nd by 2 lengths that day. He probably needed the race off the bench. He was traveling decently. A decent turn of foot. The winner just had the jump on him, but he stayed the trip well. Come here 2nd off the bench against these quality horses. I think he can run a good race. They probably have the shot with going back to the Pre-Chardonnay in a few weeks at Longchamp, but or not the Pre-Chardonnay. What's the race for the older horses going the 2.5 miles on Arc weekend? Chardonnay's for the 3-year-olds. I can't think of it now, but he probably could have went there. They're going to choose this spot. It's a good spot for him to get the winning check today. Maybe they actually do go to long shot next week, I don't know, but it'd be too many races, just long races and quick turnaround. But yeah, I think this is a good spot. He'll probably get the check here today. But he ran in the Martin Maloney Stakes, a listed race at Limerick prior to that over the 1.5 miles, where he won by a head that day. And from a tracking trip, he had a dream trip. He quickened up nicely, and he stayed the trip well off the 6-month refreshing. Nothing bad about that race. And then prior to that, last year's pre-Chardonnay at a long shot over the 1.7 miles, he finished second by 3/4 length. His first start with the headgear, he stayed the trip well. Double Major just had the jump on him, who was a next start winner. But this horse, he absolutely loved the staying trip that day. Even before that, in a handicap at Leopardstown with the 1.6 miles, he won by 2.25 lengths. And again, he just loved every bit of staying. He's coming here back to a staying trip. If there's a very likely winner on today's card in a long shot at Newmarket, I think it's him. I'm going to single him in the multi-race wagers. But to recap my selection now for the 5th at 355 for Newmarket, it's the Rose Bowl Stakes. We're going to take the one-horse Harbor Wind. We'll go 1-4-2 in the trifecta. We'll single him in the multi-races. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.